What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about 3 stocks you really need to watch for this upcoming week as far as the potential squeeze. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So when it comes down to this upcoming week, there is a lot of big data points coming out that could really cause a little bit more of a tentative rally. Starting off with Wednesday. So Wednesday, they do have, as you can see right here, non-farm employment change. So when it comes down to, for instance, that could really justify a potential squeeze. A lot of the stocks that I do and did select have a very big linkage to consumers. So that definitely will be a very big part. And then later in the afternoon on Wednesday, there is that Fed decision rate. That one definitely is going to be a very big one. And as of right now, it does look like it's at 25 basis points, the estimate. So once again, just be aware of that. And then on Friday, there is another consumer very much linked data point, and that is non-farm payroll. So getting right to it though, I want to start off with Tattooed Chef. So even though hypothetically the underlying business has really suffered massively, as you can see, the 1 year is down 81%. Year to date, it is up almost about 8%, and just based on Friday, up about 0.5%, give or take. But as you can see, based on the data points, it does insinuate that there is a lot of naked shorting that is happening. So short score is currently 96, utilization is 100%. And on a side note, if you are looking for any details, such as for instance what utilization means or whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. I can definitely address that. Based on Friday though, there was 293,000 shares being increased, and that works out to be about 31% of the free float. So keep in mind, going back over here, shares on loan, or the percentage on loan, is around 20%. So technically, like I said, with short interest being at 31%, there is a lot of naked shorting that is happening. And more so as well, 14.89 million shares is being shorted. Cost to borrow as well is relatively high. So the average is almost about 80%. So when it comes down to it, there are certain points that I look for: utilization, number of shares being shorted, cost to borrow, and just generally, I guess, a catalyst. And of course, when it comes down to Tattooed Chef, some catalysts could be very much those consumer data points, so non-farm employment and payroll. So again, just be aware of that. And moving on from that, there isn't really any order for this on a side note, so there's kind of just no rhyme or reason. Starting off though, it is Upstart. So based on Friday, it went down 3.94% year to date, or 1 year, 82% down year to date. It is up almost about 8%. When it comes down to Upstart, it is very much correlated with, for instance, SoFi, and SoFi does have their earnings on Monday. So when it comes to, like I mentioned already, as far as the data points, these are going to play a very big part, as is SoFi's earnings. And if SoFi does have home run earnings, which most likely I do anticipate them doing, then this is going to very much positively benefit Upstart, especially considering as well the data points. But keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. You guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day just to validate a lot of this information, because it is also relatively hard to really have a squeeze happen in reality, enough so that actually does scare shorts. But once again, the data points for Upstart: short score is currently 88, utilization is 100%, and as you can see right here, the percentage free float on loan is almost about 40%, and the short interest is currently around 35.44%. Very, very high. And of course, based on Friday, 34.71 thousand shares did and was increased. Cost to borrow is relatively high as well, so 81.56%. So again, behind the scenes, it does hit all those marks for a potential good squeeze chance. So 25.14 million shares overall being shorted. So again, in the past, I have added Upstart to my list of 3 that potentially could squeeze, and I think it actually has had quite a few runs as well, as of kind of within that time frame. So definitely one to really add to your watch list. And finally, the good old AMC. Based on Friday, up 2.42%, 1 year, 42% down, year to date, up almost about 40%. So AMC is one of those interesting ones. Fundamentally, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the fundamental business, but the data points all very much correlate and kind of point to a squeeze. And it's been like that for a while. In addition to that, like I said, AMC, and this is before the market is open as far as the earnings, so that might potentially result in something positive. Because like I said, as far as the day-to-day operations, I don't anticipate anything good in that regard, but there might be a potential surprise that does come out that could result in something coming. When it comes down to the data points, short score is currently 89, utilization is at 100%. Based on Friday, shorts returned 580,000 shares. Cost to borrow is very, very high, the average being almost about 192%. 26.12% of the free floats being shorted, and that works out to be about 134.9 million shares. And I do believe that there is a lot more failure to delivers coming up fairly soon, so definitely could result in maybe additional squeeze over and above that. So like I said, data points to really watch for are some big ones. So on Wednesday and also Friday, a lot of big earnings as well. So SoFi, Apple, AMC, a lot of the actual oil companies as well. This is definitely a very fun-filled, packed week in my opinion. But like I said, let me know you guys' thoughts on these. So for instance, Tattooed Chef, TTCF, there's Upstart, UPST, and then good old AMC, like I said. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on this in the comments below. If there is any other stocks that you feel is going to have a squeeze, let me know and throw them in the comments below. Definitely will look at them and potentially, if enough is there, do a video on them. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you, there is a good promo for a couple days. This is for April only. Take advantage while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account. You get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Complete no-brainer in my opinion. So take advantage of this free stuff because that is the perfect dollar amount is free. Free is free. So when it comes to it, let me know you guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments below. And without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on these three companies or whatever floats your boat.